Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 41, as I always do before I play any games. Going to start at the 1 minute mark. Lately, the puzzle streak has been going pretty well, so I hope to continue that tonight. Drinking some terrible beverage right now, so not looking forward to continuing that. Just rambling on for another 5 seconds until I'm just realized I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. And here we are, 1 minute in. So I had a ton of carbs today, and I am already feeling the effects of it. Mate in 2 here. Did this win the rook? Ooh, it does. We just mate in 2. My king should be better here. He can get the g5 pawn though. Yeah, overall I'm quicker though. Yeah. So if we take and then I think he has to play king d8. And then queen b8, queen c8, and then I'll win there. Oh, this is underrated though, a little bit. Yeah, if he goes this way, you have to do this whole thing. Okay. Should just win both rooks here for the price of 1. Is his queen overloaded? Can I take the bishop? Or can I just take the queen and then the bishop? That would be simplest. Jack loses the queen. Fork should be good enough. Knight d5 threatens the rook. Looks good. Mate in 3. Check. And mate, just mate in 2. Check. And then we have a discovery, but how good is the discovery? Take the rook. I'll be up the exchange. That's good enough for me. Discovery on his queen. Bishop b7 wins the queen. There's knight c6 doesn't do anything. Take on g7. h6. This will be a lot of pawns for me. Yeah, takes. I'll be up 2 pawns there. I'm going to lose one of them, but I'm getting another one back. I don't know. That seems good. take the rook. Oh, just take the rook. I don't know why I was daydreaming about there. Nobody in the stream yet. Check, mate in 2. Mate in 2. Check. Mate in 2. Take. Check. Okay, what about a check here? No, first we start with check, and then after rook f8, we have queen b3 then. That should be right. Queen b3 here. Actually, hang on. Yeah. Take, and then take the rook. If he takes my rook, I take his rook again. Check, mate in 2. Had this one before, I think. Yeah. Okay, if he pushes, so I guess could I come back and take? Or is this a breakthrough? Maybe I haven't had this one before. Yeah, because he's not stopping that. So I think it's h4. It's probably this, because then after he goes for light square, I have a fork on his rook. So it's probably, sorry, it's probably knight d4. Hello, Yokar. But he can just take it with his queen, actually. So if I go knight e5, does this work? Maybe this, does this, I don't know. I don't think so. So knight d4, queen d4. I don't know anything. But if I go this way, I'm not threatening. This isn't the same threat. Like he moves the queen somewhere. It's not the same threat. Maybe it's knight e5. I'm hitting his rook. That's got to be it. What about queen e7? I'm on his knight so that if his bishop moves, I can take the knight. Although I might be able to do that with queen d4 as well. But queen d4, yeah, possibly queen d4. Queen d4, there's knight h5. Well, I could stay taking g7 though. But this might be better. Oh, he's on my rook. I just realized he's on my rook. So if I go queen d4, knight g8, then I have queen g8, and then I'm getting both pieces for the rook because its knight is trapped. I think it's queen d4 because if I go queen e7, knight g8, rook g8, he can go knight h5. Okay. Stream is still dead. I don't know. Like, we have to take that. Doesn't make sense not to. And then I could take it and then take the knight. Hello, Mimtovich. Oh, you're slow as usual. Ages ago we started. Yeah, but I can take on f7 and then take the knight. I'm just actually I would be down material there. So maybe give a check. And then if rook e1, then we have nothing. Does this do anything? No, I was right the first time. I just can't count. I just trade and then take the knight. Oh God, I'm so dumb. White. He's going up the board, so it's just this little maneuver. But his pawn is still pretty quick, so I have to be careful here. I mean, he doesn't have much other than the taking, and then, I mean, that's just winning. So. We are black. These are my pieces here. Why would we not take... Oh, we're in check. What is going on here? Okay, well, I assume... No, this is probably wrong, right? Oh, I see. So we move the king and then his bishop is going to hang. Wow, what a trippy position. So king g8. Absolutely trippy position. This is the craziest position, man. Absolutely crazy. Okay. Check and then a discovery. We don't have a great one, though. We have a mate and one threat. Bishop f3. There's also bishop h3. Rook f2. Then rook g2. No, he just takes with a queen. So maybe I have to go bishop h3. So maybe it's bishop h3. I think he has to play rook f2. But what if I had two free moves here, if I then go rook g2, king h1, what do I have there? You know. Well, if it had two free moves, I'm mating with the queen. Okay, so let's say bishop h3, rook f2. I guess I can take on a1. But even if I did that, king h2, and then rook g2, check, rook g2, bishop g2. Even that's not so clear. Bishop h3, rook f2, queen a1, yeah, king h2. King h2. Because I'm down so much material here. Bishop h3, rook f2, queen a1, king h2, rook g2, rook g2, bishop g2, and that's equal material. And then if he takes on g2, I'm just down a piece. Oh, I just go rook g2, bishop h3, rook f2, rook g2. If king f1, then I have queen a1. That should be good enough somehow. And then if king a1, so bishop h3, rook f2, rook g2, king a1, then I have rook f2. And I don't see other moves for him. Okay, that should be right. And then he goes this way. And I'm just going with g2 here, I think. G2, check, king g1. And then I have queen g7, I think. I don't know if that's, is that the right way? Otherwise, then I'm taking here, if not those. Which is still tricky, you know? He moves the queen somewhere. But no, I think it's rook g2. Yeah, and then check. And then I was thinking queen g7. But that hangs the rook, actually. So... No, this is still tricky. Wonder if I could go queen e5. Knight g4. Okay, I'm on his knight. If I give a check and then take the rook, I'm on his knight as well. But even if I get those, it's only equal material. I'm up a pawn only. Right? Takes. You know, I presume he recaptures. So with the rook, let's say, rook a f1. Then I can take here. We're only up a pawn. Granted, we have a nice position. I don't know what else it would be. I'm going to look at this one with the engine after. It ends too soon, I think, because... Yeah, there's multiple ways to win here. I think one just repeats. It just repeats. So, yeah, so we do take, and then, yeah, it's just taking the knight. And then we have this later. I mean, yeah, I don't like this puzzle. So let's just say he makes, well, he can't go there. Maybe this is the threat. Yeah, but I don't like this one. I do not like that one. Okay, next up. And then we have an easy one here. Should be easy. Check. Oh, maybe it's not. Yeah, because then, oh, wait. It's just, yeah, we just go here, rook g8. It's resisting the temptation of taking on f3. Just go rook g8. Like, I don't see how that's not winning. Yeah, that was just about resisting the temptation. Here we have a check. Oh, there's a fork here at the end, knight d5. So check, check. Although our queen is still hanging, but this is actually mate. His queen is very low on squares. Could almost do this too. It's interesting. But yeah, his queen is very low. Maybe it's not that low. He's got b2. So I could give a check. He has to block, right? And then either queen a5 or I take immediately. And then queen a5. I mean, that looks good. Yeah, so if I start, I can't sack the queen. But yeah, if I go bishop b5, queen c, let's say here, queen d6. So he's fine. So I think I might have to take on d7. So check, take, then queen a4. If queen c8, my rooks come in. Actually, I have queen d8 then. Queen d8, king c7. My bishop is still hanging. But yeah, like rook c1. I don't even know where the pieces are anymore. But that's got to be good. We're up the exchange at a minimum. And his king is not safe. I mean, I don't see the full continuation, but this has to be good. Queen a4. That's if he goes to c8. But what if he goes to d6? Then he loses the queen because of bishop f4. Same thing here. So he has to go to c8. Okay, this should be good. He's got to go to c8. Okay, hello, Claudius. We are white. Can I push? That puts us up a bishop. King f7. I still just take. Yeah, I don't see what he can do here. Okay. Check. Rook g7. I have rook d6. It's kind of scary. I mean, if he pushes, are we going to have enough to mate? Yes. Oh, we won't though. No, because it's not so simple. But then I can just put a piece on d1. Okay, so that's looking good so far. If he does that, we have rook d6. If he plays g6, then I think he's just getting mated here. Yeah, it's just mate. So it's got, this has to be winning. Then just rook d6. So rook d6. Yeah, best I can see him do is push. And then I take. And then we just go to d1. Okay, that's an interesting move. Okay. Check. Just a mate in 2, no? Why are they giving this to us? Last one. His queen looks like it might be trapped. He has b4. He also, yeah, and he also has to check. But then he loses the knight. If queen b4, he loses the knight, but then he takes my knight. He loses the bishop, and then I take the knight. No, because he can start with a check. He takes on f6. Does he have time though? So knight c5, bishop, oh sorry, knight f6, gf. Because he's got 2 pieces under attack here. How does he protect both his bishop and queen? Knight e6. Knight e6, I still might be able to I still might be winning a piece there, and if not, I could take his queen and then I have a lifeline back. I think it's knight c5 and then just let him take on f6. Yeah, I don't see a way out. Now I could take with a queen, maybe. I was planning to take with a pawn, but maybe I could take with a queen. There might be, is there queen f3? No. The problem if I leave the queen there, there's knight e6. But my plan there, I actually thought I was winning a piece there originally. I thought I was winning a piece, but I'm not because he just took my bishop. So it might have to take with a queen. Otherwise, knight e6 could be a problem. I mean, yeah, so I take again. He still has these 2 pieces. Maybe there's rook d1. Maybe rook d1 is a problem. I don't see how though. It still looks good, honestly. Boom, boom. F takes. Oh, is this? It still looks good though. Bing, bang. Still looks good. Man, I'm so close to the end. They both look good. Queen f6 and gf. But there can only be one. Could knight c6 be? I mean, this doesn't make sense to me because he's not even getting a bishop for it. Like, I don't see how this would make sense. I could just take the queen. Yeah, so if he takes here, I should be good. Except I'm not calculating correctly. If I take back, no, it's tricky. I am calculating correctly. They both seem to work, man. But they can't both work. The only move here I see is 96. I'm trying to refute GF. 96 FG. I mean, yeah, FE. I mean, it's possibly it's rook d1. Rook d1, I take, and then he sacks everything, right? And takes, but I mean I should be up material there. I should be up a knight, I think. So why would this not work? Why would this not work? Maybe he can just pin this after. Maybe he can just go like queen b3. No, but I can take with, sorry, not there, but just move anywhere, like queen f3. And then, but I can take with the queen. Yeah, so I don't know why this wouldn't work. This is driving me crazy. Just going to minimize chat here. Yeah, so GF 96, boom. Oh, I'm so close. Oh my God, there's a mate there. Holy crap. There's a mate. Wow, did not see that. That's insane. It's not insane, but wow. GF 96. GF, there's a mate, queen h7. That's the difference. So I'm going to take with the queen. Yeah, and then still want to be careful here. I mean, I don't know what the computer is doing with that. That's strange. Just wants to get my king in a worse spot before it moves the queen, I guess. I don't see why we wouldn't take that. Okay, I did it. I'm going to open up chat and get one wrong on purpose now. Okay. Oh. No, chat. I had chat open, but I wasn't looking at it. Okay, so that took me 40 minutes. Which is not good, but I got it on the first try. Time flies, man. Holy crap, 40 minutes. Just like that. 40 minutes gone. Okay, time for a game. What are we doing, guys? Ooh, I don't like his... We're doing the bird? Hello, Ryan. Congrats. Congrats. Hello, Federico. I mean, that's 96 seems kind of weird. Do I want to go bishop b5? Not really. I don't. But I will. Because if he goes for this, I can take and then 95. It's going to be my plan. And I think I'm going to castle right now. I could maybe entertain c4 right away. Should I? Is there a need? Let's just castle. Hang on, though. c5. c5, d4, and then d5. Is that a thing? It could be. But how does this change anything? Because you can still play c5. Okay, I'm going to play c4. Wait. Okay, I'm going to castle. If he goes c5, I'll go b3. So again, I could consider c4. c4, c5. But now that his knight is here, this isn't as good. Let's continue with b3. It's the c5 that I don't like. Or that I'm wary of. So 94, there's... Oh, but then I have a low fork. Okay, now it's time to come in. And do we want this? Oh, c4 now? There's knight g4. But then he's got bishop f6. I don't want that. f5. But I'm not... Well, f5 is interesting. Possibly f5, but then there's bishop d6. That's premature. This can also be a problem. d3, c5 again. c4, c5. I don't know how to play against this c5. Do I just take? And then do stuff on this c file? I don't know what to do with this, and I don't want to play d4. There is d3, and I could put the knight on d2. Then maybe I could play c4. Would that? Yeah, maybe let's do that. Let's do that. Then c4 makes a little bit more sense. Oh, he still has c5 though. Yeah. Well, let's just get this knight in now. Hey, I don't know how to play against this. I don't know how to play the bird. This is like I'm still new to the bird. But now we have e5, and we're happy with that. So that's a success. I have knight dc5, knight b3. I don't have to touch anything there. There's f6. I could bring the knight back. I love this position. We got, the bird is overpowered. I can also do rook lifts. Everything looks good. Maybe I let him take. Because he's locked down there. What's he going to do? F6? F5? Like F6? Like takes, F6? Yeah, there's probably F6. Weakens e6. But then again, I can go knight c5, knight c4 rather. And his bishop is not great. So I have so many good options here. I can go here, I can go here, I can do rook lift, I can bring in the queen. Maybe here, because then there's no more f6. Queen g4, there's no f6, but there's knight f6. But then my queen has improved. Let's go knight g4. There might be f5, but yeah. Hello, Cloud Zhang. Cloud Zhang is, what is Cloud? Yoon? Yoon? Yeah, so can't we just take, win a pawn? Does he want, maybe he wants queen d5? There's also en passant. And if rook takes, this might be better. No, you can, yeah. Is that better? Yes, it is. I don't, because then I don't open up his bishop. So yeah, I went after the e6 pawn and it's, whoa, what happened to my time? What happened to my time? And then maybe knight c4. I don't think we need to be too concerned about things there. My queen can always go places. Where does this knight go though? Are we just like push here? Because is the knight best here? I don't know. Oh my god, my queen is almost trapped. Okay, gotta be careful. Oh, he wants this. So I could come back and defend that square. Could also trade rooks and get my other rook in. This seems like it should be good. So he can give me the check. I think I would take that though. Yeah, so we're coming in here. He's gonna, oh, he can't go there. So queen d7. I guess I'm taking, right? My dark squared bishop is bad. It seems like a mistake somehow. Here. And then 95 is strong. Check. Is he going to go for that? Let's keep the queens on. Keep the queens on. I'm attacking here. Yeah, and then, okay, he's got a discovery, but I am protected. Can I go bishop c? Can I go bishop c1? That might win a pawn. Wait, just mate. He hung mate. Okay, mate's better. Wow, the bird overpowered. What can I say? The bird is the word. The bird is the word. And I don't even have the course yet. I don't even have the bird course. I've just been playing the bird, not knowing what I'm doing. That's how good the bird is. I've just been playing the bird. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's overpowered. Okay, let's take a look at that from the beginning. Yeah, I burned some time here. Because I was thinking bishop d7, do I really want to take here? But it costs black some time here. Right? I don't know if I play b3 or castle or c4 or whatever. Eventually, if he plays a6, yeah, then I'll take. And then I was going to play knight e5. And maybe he has bishop b5 there. But I don't know. I feel like I'm good. I'm decent. Am I? I don't know. Anyways, he played a6 first, and then yeah, we had. I was terrified of c5, so I need to look into that, like what I'm supposed to do about it. Here I just ignored it. He let me get e5 in, and what's kind of cool about this is, first of all, the Dutch plays a lot like the Nimzo, I've noted. And so if you play the bird as white, black, if they don't play d4, and if they don't play Nimzo themselves, they're not going to be familiar with these setups, right? Because so that's interesting. And yeah, I spent a long time on this move too. I went queen g4 just to keep an eye on this e6 pawn. And it did prove to be useful. And then he did hang mate at the end, but even with, had he not hung mate, he's down a pawn. My knight is very strong. I'm going to go into knight e5 next, right? Threatening all sorts of shenanigans. Bishop will try to, well, maybe even bishop a3 is a huge threat. This pawn could run. These pawns can run. His bishop is dead here. He can go to c8. I mean, if this is, once this is taken care of, but I can just move the queen. I'm also threatening just c5 immediately. This should be completely winning for white. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. And while we wait, let's look at the win rate for the bird here. Has it updated? It has. So I've played 22 games with the bird, and we're already at, I know you can't see when I do a tooltip in my screen recording software, but it's showing the performance rating as 2104. E4 is 2143. So, I mean, the sample size is tiny, and I'm still brand new to the bird, but we have a positive win rate with F4. Will I try? I don't know. Your name sounds like you could be a Vancouver, right? But yes, I will play the bird. I played the Dutch over the board. I'll play the bird over the board. I'll play both E4 and F4 now. So now people have to prepare twice against me. Like 2 different lines. 2 different openings now. Now it's twice as hard for people to prepare. Okay, but I did make a mistake here. Which was, well, let's take a look at it from the beginning. Yeah, so taking was fine. So yeah, I was curious a little bit about if bishop d7, but it's the same thing. I think we're just taking. No, it actually doesn't want to take. So how am I supposed to know? I mean, he does spend 2 somewhat slow moves. Taking isn't the end of the world, but computer wants to go to e2. I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. I don't know how bad this is. This is still Dutchy style. Dutch-esque. Hello Tanner. And yeah, this, so B. So I was curious about even here if he had played c5. Yeah, c5 would have been playable here as well. And same thing here. He always had c5. And he eventually did play it. Yeah, knight d2 was good. a5 is kind of annoying. It weakens essentially these 2 squares because you can't push this pawn without weakening b3. This was a mistake. I mean, computer says it's okay, but strategically I think it's a mistake. Yeah, nice. So this was actually an inaccuracy. And wait, did I have better than e5, e4? It's giving a 20 center pawn difference to knight e4. Who the hell is playing that? Who the hell is playing that? I think it wants to go to, it's threatening a4. I don't even understand this. This makes no sense. Who's playing knight e4 here? The computer is. I don't know. I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. That would never make sense to me. Wow, e4 is not even in the top 5. This makes no sense. This knight can now challenge me. I mean, it's only like it's like a tiny difference. This is actually what happened in the game. I don't know. I'll look at that more on my own, but I'm skeptical that e4 is not in the top 5. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so it's saying f5. Now I didn't mention this while I was playing, but I was wondering if f5 was playable, and I didn't look into it. And yeah, that's the problem for me. So that's why queen g4 is not good, or not great, not optimal. Yeah, so the probably most principled is to take, and then then just slowly play positionally here. Yeah, I forgot about f5. Otherwise, we did well here. And yeah. Okay. Let's load that up. In CPT. First, I have to finish. Actually, I don't have time for that. I have to do this other position from yesterday. So they put up the Jack Taylor details today or recently. I don't think I'll be playing in it. I don't like the ways they set up those tournaments. Yeah, I don't have time to look at this right now. I have a different session. Okay, sorry. Rambling. Who wants to see it? Did I already whine about this yet on stream? I didn't for this tournament, so let me load it up. Give me a second. Okay, you should see it soon. Whoops, not there. Here we go. So this is a tournament in October. I often go to this one because it's one of the cheapest to go to. But what do you guys think about this? Like, I whine about this, but what do you think? So I just hate the way that they set up the prize fund because, so first place is 500, right? Second place in the premier, second is 400, under 1700 is 400. So the under 1500 section, they get, first place gets as much as second in the premier. So this could be like a national master or like a 2100. And then, so like a 1400 or 1450 can get like as much as like as somebody that is 2000 or higher, you know. And even second place gets $300, and under 1300 gets 200. So for me, if I were to play in this, I'm not eligible. I mean, technically I'm eligible, but I would have to get first place or second place in the premier section to win anything because I'm over 1700, right? So I am not going to win anything, but then you get somebody that's 1200 gets $200. So I don't like that I'm subsidizing other players. I feel they should either add in more sections or more. What they need to do is add in more prizes. Just lower the amounts and have a third place for premier, maybe even a fourth place, and then have one for under 2,000. Have one for under 1,800, right? Just have more prizes. The reason they don't do that is because they say it's too much work to e-transfer more people. But how long will that really take, right? How long is that going to take? Half an hour at most? You know, half an hour of your time. But I just feel it's unfair because like I'm always into this. Like I'm rarely eligible for prizes, but then you have players that are like 1,100 or 900. They walk away with hundreds of dollars, and I'm paying an entry fee of like, well, in this case, $85, so that much lower rated players can win money. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I would be okay if they did away with prizes, no prizes, and just trophies. You know, I'd be okay with that. But I don't understand why much lower rated players make more than the stronger players. How is that fair? But I could be alone on this. So it's better to be lower rated. Is either you need to either be the top, you need to either be to win the tournament, or you want to be lower. You want to be lower rated. It doesn't make sense to me. Get like either add in more prizes and distribute it more fairly, recognizing the stronger players more, or else lower the entry fee and do away with surprises and just buy trophies. You know, because I don't know the math on it, but the entry fee could be like half the price probably, or lower. Yeah, it's probably like $30 or something. If well, I don't know. I'm just guessing, but it would be a lot lower if there were no prizes here. So I just feel weird. I feel like I'm spending a lot more money, and then I'm just giving that money to like an 1,100 or an 800. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, that was my rant. That was Dizzy's rant of the day. Time to lose another game of chess. Actually, I won the previous game. So, okay, next game. Black against Akinesh Kumar. So a lot of these tournaments I don't play in, partly because I hate the way they do the prizes. I'm already spending so much to go there. Oh God, this I haven't seen this in a long time. This is sharp. He didn't play the sharpest line though. But this is going to be bloody. Probably on my side of the board. Yeah, this never works out because of reasons. I think partly because there's always like taking on d6. So I shall castle. F4 now. Do I have queen b6 there? I may. Knight c. Yeah, but then I have e5, right? I think that wins a piece. Yeah, so I don't think he has f4. So he might go king h1 in preparation of that. There you go. Who called it? Who called it? Okay, so I think I want to go knight b d7. And then if f4, h6, bishop h4. I haven't really done anything here. Yeah, but I think this is right. Is this a move? Fishing pole ideas? This is very dangerous for me. Okay, so he goes back. Can I now go here? Nothing has really changed though. Yeah, and I have knight b3. I am on his bishop. Okay, let's try it out. We'll learn after the game. So bishop h4. Then I have to recalculate. So knight e4. Oh, he does take. Okay, so we'll take with the knight. f5. This might be good too. I am on his knight after all, but he can just move it. He can just move it. There might be g4. It's a very dangerous opening. Then rook g1. The thing is, if I take with my knight, I can't. Okay, I'm going to take with the bishop. Because if I take with the knight, I'm just defending here, and then I can maybe go to h7 or e8. f5, e5. He doesn't have knight f4 in that situation. But my bishop is just looking silly, right? f5, e5, knight f3. My bishop is pretty bad there. Maybe d5. No, that drops a pawn. Yeah, see, that's not great, eh? Okay, so f5. I mean, I don't want to take. His knight is so strong there. I do have knight c4. I have like knight e5 maybe. Queens. Yeah, possibly rook lift. I can't go there. Okay, goes back. Knight. Yeah. Do we want that? His pawns are just getting strong. It's coming in here next. Oh, this is such a bad position for me. I knew it once he played bishop g5 in the opening there. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go after this. I'll go after this bishop. It'll be one less piece for him to attack me with. And I do have a little bit of a weakness on the light squares. So knight f3, I do think... Well, here I can probably take on c3. Not good. b5. b4 threatening b2. a3. Then I can go queen. Okay, let's try this to start. There might be queen a4 ideas. Queen a4, knight b5. No, I trade queens, right? Yeah. Okay. So queen a5. Yeah, queen a5 here. Okay, we want rook c8. Okay, so he's starting to get a little bit softer here. Okay, so we're gonna do this now. Rook c8, but it's a scary position. This is going to be double-edged. Oh, he's got to be a little careful himself. This is on the radar. Okay, rook c8, f5, f5. I can probably take there, but then then his knight's coming in. But then I have knight, then I've got this. Okay, we're coming in here. Tense. This is stressful. We need him to put a rook here. Oh, he almost not quite far enough. Not quite far enough. So is f5 a threat here? I feel like it is. Yeah, that's probably White's next move. I don't know what to do here. This is a tough game. I'm thinking king h8, but this could still open. And I don't know how I stop this anyways, so I'm going king h8, but I don't know what I'm doing. f5, bishop e5 maybe. Queen h3. Or he just come here, but knight f4. Maybe then I trade, I don't know. I don't think I want to take. Okay, I forgot he could do that. Ooh, discoveries on my queen. It's not check though. Fortunately, it's not check. Good thing I moved the king. Okay, so he takes. I could go here first. Yeah, so if I go here first. Okay, let's try this. His queen is, I mean, he can go to h3. Yeah, opening up the d file is dangerous though for me. But everything's dangerous. I don't want to take on d3 because his rook. Well, he can't really put his rook here, but you know, maybe he moves a king and then he has g3. You know, I don't know. I don't really want to take it. Really getting low on the clock here. I don't want his rook coming in. I really don't. And takes. Okay, if he takes with the rook, I might have rook c4 later. I don't know. I'm getting low on the clock. Yeah, so either rook c4 now, or I might take first. Then I have queen g5 too. Oh shit. That drops my queen. So let's not do that. God, I might have to push. Or, yeah, I have to push now. That was a mistake. Okay, and is this a move? Because he's threatening. Okay, maybe it's not, but it's not pleasant. And then f5. Yeah, this is bad, 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 bad. Ah, this is a tough game, man. King. He might go king g1 still, because then he can play g3. If he goes knight g3, what am I doing? Because this gets stronger. I might have to take that. I'll take that. Oh, it's not fun, though. That is not a fun position. I'll take it, though. Knight g3 I'm taking. Yeah, he's the same idea for him. Okay, can we go in? G6? Probably, I'll probably regret that. I'll probably regret that. Yeah, he can do g3 again if he wants to live dangerously. And there, I told you I'd regret it. Can I push? But then he's got b3 later. I knew I would regret it. Boom. Yeah, you can just go here right away. What was I thinking? Yeah, well, that's rough. So I think I'm just getting mated here. No, I've got rook h8, but ugly. This guy really destroyed me. Tough game. And I have no time now. Can he go f5? No, well, I'm on his rook. So, well, rook back to h3? Why not? Wow, he played a nice game. What can I say? Rook h3. Rook c4. Okay. I'm sure we're losing here, but I have nothing to lose. I have no time. Yeah, so you can take and then take with the rook. So can I push here? Rook f3. Yeah, that's not quite mate, though. h4, though, it's going to... Trying to hang on. Here, though. There you go. That's going to do it. Okay. "22 seconds and losing on the board." Where did I go wrong? I mean, it was just a tough game. It's just, it's a tough opening. I don't know if taking on f6 is the best move here. Yeah, I didn't want to. This was a mistake here. I shouldn't have taken on d3. I think this was a mistake. But you would think white's already better, though. I don't know where I went wrong. You know, I don't know if white's better, but it feels like white's better here. But then this was a mistake because I did not want to have to play d5. And I'm just way worse here. So let's look at that with the engine. And while waiting, we'll look at his account. Ooh, he's only 1,500 too, but in Indian 1,500. Oh, it's a kid. Well, could be an adult. Oh, you were my opponent. Were you in the stream the whole time? My whole game was a blunder. Okay, ooh. So I was actually better out of the opening. Did not feel like this. It did not. It felt like I was always worse. So I'm surprised about this eval. And then I was curious on this h6 move. I guess taking is fine. No, thank you. I don't want another game. You're too good. I want a game that I have a chance. And I'm a little scared that you're in the stream. So, so apparently I could have taken on e4 here. Often this doesn't work because of d6. Because of here. But I guess here it would have been okay. The one time I don't play it. Okay, so he took. But wait a second. No, there's another reason why this doesn't work. Wait. No, it is because of d6. I was correct. So I thought this wasn't, I thought this wasn't worth it. But apparently it's fine. Our light squared bishop sucks for the moment, but. So I could have actually played it. Whoops, is this right? Okay, but he took, and then I wasn't sure how to take. Taking with the bishop was actually the better move. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I just thought if I took with the knight, what am I doing? Because my knight doesn't really have any role. My Darthward bishop is just defending. F5 is going to come eventually. G4 is going to come eventually or immediately. Yeah, so this was the right way. So this was all good, and so I played this very well, like perfectly. And then where did I go wrong? Because I don't know. This felt very uncomfortable. This feels so uncomfortable. Does it feel comfortable for white? I think it does. I think a little bit. It feels more comfortable for white than it does for black. Computer suggests I can just take, and then bishop h4. What's the difference? Oh, the difference is he doesn't recapture. Who the hell is seeing that? Bishop e4. Who the hell is seeing what is bishop e4? Okay, so I have to. I'm still kind of confused about this. So queen c7. Oh, my queen is overloaded. Wow. Then you have to go all tactical. Okay, so if we go queen e7. Oh, I guess my knight has to come back. And then he takes, and then our knight is worse place. Okay, I see. So, but yeah, that's not easy to see. So because of that, taking on e5 first was better. And then it wants to put the queen in g5. That's actually a very interesting idea. And then queen g5 here. Oh wait, not here. Only if he goes to g4. Why not here? Because of g3? You can't go g3, but it's coming, and yeah, the bishop is kind of trapped. So, yeah, still kind of, it's not an easy position. Not an easy position to play. Hello, Rahul. So yeah, so here, I can't believe this is equal. This feels so much better for white. This was actually a mistake. So how do I deal with this? I had multiple better moves here. You're struggling at 1700. Well, you seem to see everything easily. You're probably like 2400 based on everything you can see. Okay, where was I here? Nihat, no, thank you, sir. Yeah, so I didn't even think about bishop e7, although this still looks sketchy. So if he piles up, yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on here. Yeah, this ain't easy. Bishop e7, no, that's scary. And then there's doing this passively, but I think it's just going to transpose. Yeah, it transposes. What else is there? I don't like those options. There's rook c4. No, all of the options here that the computer says is better are not intuitive. So, like, it's suggesting bishop e7, but then, yeah, you think that he could just double up, and then it wants to go rook c6 or rook c4. But this just looks so passive, and but maybe we can do that, and then queen c7, and then rook d8, maybe. Okay. Anyway, it wasn't the most critical move, and then this was a mistake. G6. I mean, I was slow on the clock at this point. I was at 2 minutes. I didn't know what to do. It's saying rook c4 or rook c7. So why is this so bad? It's because of what? Oh yeah, I just dropped a pawn. That's too bad, eh? I just missed rook h3. So I was still in the game here, but white's in the driver's seat. Okay, I'll play another one. No, it's tough though. It's a tough opening. 2101 opponent. Let's go e4 this game. And what are we going to get? Berlin. Been a while. Could be a Rio still, right? Could it? Now, how do you play this? I think is A4 a move? It's been a while. It's been a while. It's kind of funny. This guy's playing the Berlin, and he's from Germany. Is that why he chose it? So H5. I mean, it's been forever since I've seen the Berlin. I don't think we react differently to H5. I think I could threaten mate here. Bishop E6 then, right? Okay, yeah, let's play knight c3. Yeah, so you might go bishop e6, and then what am I doing? Knight e4. There's still b3 as an option. I remember bishop f4 being an idea, but I think that's in other lines. Knight g4. There's bishop c4. So yeah, I could go b3 and then I'm threatening knight g5. I don't know if rook d8 is a threat for me. I don't think it is because crippled majority, right? So I think I'm going to go b3. So b3. And can he attack my knight? Bishop b4 maybe? Just bishop b2 should be okay. Yeah, so he goes for that. So yeah, just crippled majority, just trading down. I could also move this bishop. Yeah, bishop g5 threatens mate. If knight e7. Well, it can't be bad, right? Bishop e7 is probably the greater worry. But then I can trade two sets, but getting closer to, I mean that, yeah, although then I have two knights. Yeah, possibly bishop g5. Or I could take, yeah, I could take first and then bishop g5, king c8. So bishop g5 is bishop e7. Rook d8. Bishop d8. Bishop, yeah, lots of trading there. Okay. I can't expect anything other than bishop e7 here. Maybe I don't take the bishop or the rook though, because like, but he's threatening to castle. So if I go knight e4, is he going to castle there? I don't know. I might have knight c. I might take in the knight c4. Yeah, I don't think I want to take if he goes bishop e7. Yeah, I think I'm going here. What about this? Bishop d5. I don't like bishop d5. So okay. I could create the cup. There might be b4 later. Yeah, plus he can still attack this. Yeah, the thing I don't like this. Knight e4, bishop. Could I take here? Or could I guess I could always go back, right? To c3. Like if he goes bishop d4, I just go back. Oh no, you can take here then. Okay. Back to plan A. Well, I have two options here. Rook d1, bishop d8 again. Yeah, I'm going to go rook d1. Okay, the more trades, the better. Well, what did I just say? But his king gets active. Then I might have to play f4. So takes f4. His rook could come in later. Yeah, this could be a problem, stuff like this. He takes with a pawn. That's surprising. Does he want to keep trading? Why would he want to keep trading? Why? I mean, you take on d8, I'll be happy to trade. Okay, he doesn't do that. Bring in the king. Oh, you can still come here later. Yeah, that's still a problem. Or a concern. Maybe not a problem. Rook h4. I'm going to have to play f4 eventually. Yeah, f4 right away. But this is better for white, but I have no time. Let's go f4 now then, because I'm going to have to play it eventually. Could put the knight on b5. Okay, he comes in there. Yeah, sorry. This is the idea. I can just bring in the king. Oh, he's got this check. So c3 first and then come in here. Can I do that? Let's see. Okay. He's going to try to do something over here now. If he moves the rook, do I have b4? Weakens my pawns. Okay, so I want this C cup. I want this C. Oh crap! I can't play C4. Okay, goes back. Yeah, this might be a draw. I'm low on the clock, so I might be okay with a draw here if that's what he wants. Otherwise, I have to calculate b4. Yeah, so b4 takes. It's not good. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back and forth here unless I can figure something out. Yeah, so he got his draw with the Berlin. He was solid. Not a bad result considering I haven't faced the Berlin in ages and I forgot all the ideas. Not all the ideas. I got a lot. And since he had 3 times more time on the clock, a draw is not a bad result. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. Go straight to the engine on it because I think I self-analyzed throughout the game pretty well. There were a couple of key moments where I might have been able to get something a little bit better because I don't think he played perfectly in the opening. Like kind of around here, like, oh wow, look at the flat line. Look at that. Holy smokes. So he played perfectly. I had 1 inaccuracy. But an average, we both had 96% accuracy. What was my inaccuracy? It was here. It was actually f4. Oh yeah, because I allowed knight d4. I should have played c3 earlier. We're still fine here, but this gave black something. I have to defend the pawn. And then this forces trades. That's the difference. Well, actually, wait. What's this about? No, this is an imbalance. Wait, no, wait. What the hell is this about? We just lose a pawn. Yeah, this would have been a pain. I shouldn't have allowed that. I should have played c3 here. So yeah, that was a little inaccuracy there. Earlier though, I thought I was a little bit better. I thought it might have been like 0.5 or even 0.1, kind of around here even. I burned a lot of time. I spent 2 minutes on this bishop g5. It was actually the best move. It's saying knight g5 right away, and then I didn't really want him coming to c4, but that wouldn't have been a problem apparently. He's just, oh wow, and then e6, we're already winning. So I could have went after it, knight g5 right away. Then the best move is rook h6. And then maybe bring in the other knight. Or b3, taking away c4. You get this, yeah, it's not the most thrilling opening, that's for sure. But it takes 2 people to get into this. Like, there are ways for white to make it more interesting. Here, like I don't have to play d4. But there's not many ways. It's really, there's not many ways for white to make it more interesting. I take that back. I mean, if white doesn't castle, that's probably the easiest way to avoid. Yeah, dullness. I thought there was something like knight c3 here. I'm trying to look at that. It'd be great if there was some gambit here for white. That you know, but there's, as far as I know. Oh, maybe I'm thinking knight c3 here. No, this can't be. No, because this is like a 3 knights, 4 knights. No, I don't think there's anything fancy. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. An hour and 15-minute stream. It was a mixed bag today. I did puzzle streak of 41 in 40 minutes, and then what is this game from? Okay, then I played a bird, which went well, and then I got crushed in a bishop g5 Sicilian, and then it was a draw. So 1 draw, 1 win, 1 loss with a net gain of 1 point. I'll take it. I'll take the 1 point and run. Okay, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you next time.